Hello, hello, hello! Wintertime is time for tea. And not only for tea, also for sauna. If you want to know my tips and recommendation for gay sauna first timers, things you need to know before you go, even if you are a pro, grab a tea or a coffee and then let's tune in. Great that you are back on my channel. In many of my videos, I show you the gay saunas from inside, that you have a first impression of what you can find if you go there. But today's video is about how to, or what you can expect when you go to a place like, for example, the gay sauna Boiler in Berlin, Anzi Sauna in Amsterdam, or Crab Sauna in Bangkok. You cannot believe how often I get private direct messages in Instagram, in Grindr, and even on my spicy platform X, where you guys are asking questions. Like often young guys, never been to a gay sauna, asking me questions. I try to answer them, but it's not always possible to answer all of them. So I decided to make this video where you can find all the information you need before to go for the first time. So my aim is to make your first time to a safe and interesting experience so that you can fully enjoy this first time and come back. And I know it can be very exciting and maybe even nerve-wracking first experience if you have no idea what to expect. Just one thing, keep calm, everything will be fine. But why a gay sauna? Because it's an atmosphere which should be very cozy and comfortable. It's not as the hardcore vibe as in a club. A gay sauna is a little bit more chilling and relaxing. This is also the first question guys always ask me. What if I'm not comfortable with having fun activities with other guys there? Is it also okay just to relax? You can just relax, you can just watch, you can do more. Just chill and be relaxed and take your own time. You can even flirt with someone and maybe kiss. And when you realize that is getting too hot for me, I want to make a break, that's not a problem. Nobody forces you to anything. One more question people always ask me, I think this is like the number one question people ask me, if I have to be completely naked there. That differs in some of the venues. I remember in Bangkok, for example, they have just very, very small baby towels. You don't have the big towel as in most of the European saunas where you can cover your whole front and back down there. But also you are allowed in the saunas there, or I remember, for example, in Crab Sauna, they said if you want to wear underwear or a jog, that's also completely fine. And also in Germany, I know most of the saunas I visited, it's completely fine, but there are special naked parties where you are not allowed to wear anything and also not allowed to wear the towel. So there are dress codes sometimes, but if there is not a dress code, you can even wear like a puppy mask if you feel more comfortable. There are even some mask parties, I remember in Bangkok and also in Budapest, where you can wear these masks, so maybe you feel even more comfortable, like not showing your face, being more anonymous. I'm talking a lot about all the gay saunas I visited before. I can just recommend, if you want to get a picture of the places to go, just go on my YouTube channel and search for the videos. And sometimes YouTube is not very friendly to my content. It means if you search in a specific place or a specific venue, it can be hard to find because Sometimes YouTube is not showing my content in the search results. Just go on my channel and I have some playlists. I started to make the bigger playlists for the biggest cities like Berlin, Budapest, Lisbon, and you can find them there. And there you find also the locations, and you can watch my video with the full walkthrough and most of the time some experience and also some tips for that specific place. And if you want to hear about some deeper experience, I cannot tell here on YouTube. I also have like my X page, which is connected to OF, where I tell and also show some content from the inside of some of the gay saunas of this world. Also often asked, how is it about the safety, STI safety? How risky is it? As safe, as risky as in every other situation you have these activities. It depends on the precautions you take. Get information about safer fun, use condom, use enough lube, and in terms of that I can say to you, most of the places provide condoms and lube. Maybe you bring your own lube or a condom also, because if you know the stuff, you know that it works for you. The first thing is take care about yourself. If you want to use a protection, use it. Means use a condom or use PrEP, and then you are as safe as possible. I have the feeling people going to these places are very well educated and they know about STI and they are getting tested regularly or taking PrEP or whatever. Next question, can I take my phone with me? Most of the places have areas where you can use the phone, like in the bistro, for example, or in the locker area. Most of the time you can use the phones, but there are also areas where the people are naked and where the fun is happening, and the wellness area where phones are definitely not allowed. Also filming is not allowed. It's most of the time only me allowed to do it and to show you the places. And when I film, it also always happens when it is closed or nobody is disturbed, and also nobody is shown on the video. So privacy is a very, very high concern you should think about. Very, very exciting question. What happens when I see someone I know? Maybe a colleague from work or the boyfriend of my best friend, something like that. Just have in mind, he's also there. So it might feel a little bit awkward, but we are all there for the same reason. Wellness, of course, only. People also always ask me about how they can deal with their shyness or self-consciousness. The saunas I visited were very inclusive in a body way. So you see from the muzzle hunk Adonis guy to the chubby beer, skinny fit, skinny fat, like you see all of the body types. So even if you don't like your body, you should, but I know how difficult it can be. Someone will be into you and your body type or your charisma. It's not only about the six-pack or the big muscle. Charisma is very important. Size can be important, no, but it's also the same with this. There are guys who are looking for big ones and guys who are looking for small ones. I think there's for everybody something to find. For example, I saw so often like the Instagram perfect guy coming out of a cabin with like the gay next door. So I think these combinations are very diverse. So don't think about that. It happens so often that someone comes to you, you never thought that it could work. So, and you can have a lot of fun with them. Should I go alone or with a friend? It can help to go with a friend there. Before I started going to gay saunas, I also thought, oh yeah, I want to go with my best friend there, but he never had time because I wanted to discover it in the summertime. And he said, no, I just go in the wintertime. And then I went for the first time alone and I had a lot of fun and I did not regret to go alone. But it can be fun, of course, to go with someone you already know. Can be also someone you dated before or you had fun before, because then you know it's someone you are connected, like the chemistry is working and you can go maybe in that place together and have fun together. But yeah, think about it, can also about being jealous, or if your best friend, you're going with your best friend, for example, is all the time in the cabins and you are just alone there, it can be also feeling a little bit not so nice. I think go alone for the first time can be very, very nice. These are just a few questions you asked me. There are much more. Most important tip is go with an open mind. You don't have to do anything, but it can happen everything. Just go with flow, don't be afraid. And if you have more questions or tips for going to a gay sauna, then write them in the comments. Also write me an DM on Instagram or X. I will do more videos like this to tell you how much fun it can be to go to a gay sauna or other places where you can live your freedom. I hope you liked it. We see us in the next video. Your Rob.